Maine Governor Paul LePage went on a radio show and weighed in on the heroin epidemic that's happening in his state. And he has a solution for us. Start killing people.
Benton wants to increase the penalty, harsher penalties for those who are illegally importing drugs into Maine. That would take some effort to achieve the goal. You have to get some mandatory minimum sentences, that type of thing. Would you be in favor of that?
George, he doesn't go far enough. I think the death penalty should be the appropriate for people that kill Mainers.
You may have trouble getting it through, but yeah, I understand.
No, I'm all in. In fact, he said they were going to increase it to 4 years minimum. I asked him to go to 20 years. I think these people, there's nothing good enough for these people. I think 4 years is not good enough. We got to go to 20 years. We got to keep them here until they die. If you want my honest opinion, we should give them an injection of the stuff they sell. I'm just appalled at people getting angry at me for making a comment when they protect these people. And the ACLU, mind you, is the worst organization in the state of Maine protecting these people.
Maine Governor Paul LePage, ahead of the event in Bangor this evening. I guess you'll be at Husson University, and it starts at 8 o'clock, and you'll be answering the questions, and we're asking people if they're going to be tuning in. Governor, thank you for your time this morning. And
Rick, what I think we ought to do is bring the guillotine back.
Behead people! Cut off their heads for selling drugs! The Saudi royal family agrees. Allahu Akbar! Maine Governor Paul LePage, radical jihadist. That's what we're talking about here. So kill people for selling drugs because, he's so moral, of course. I love how he threw in there that, I don't know why the ACLU and people get mad at me when I'm trying to protect these people. These poor victims, these drug addicts. I'm trying to protect them. No, you're not. You vetoed a bill that funded a life-saving overdose drug called naloxone, and you did it multiple times. So when you were presented with an opportunity to literally protect people and prevent overdoses, you said no and you vetoed it. So don't say that you give a shit about the victims and the addicts. You don't give a shit. You're just a far-right conservative prick, and all of your solutions are non-solutions. They're draconian, archaic bullshit ideas that put you in league with Muslim fundamentalists. Behead people for selling drugs. I got a question for Maine Governor Paul LePage. So that means you're, of course, in favor of beheading the CEO of Budweiser, right? Do you know how many people die from alcohol poisoning? Which is actually the PC way of saying alcohol overdose. You know how many people have died from that? Should we behead the person from Captain Morgan's? Should we behead everybody who sells whiskey and tequila and gin and vodka? Should we behead the pharmaceutical CEOs who sell Xanax? People have died from taking too many of those. People have died from taking too many opiate pills, Percocets. I guess, since this guy's consistent, he's not an idiot hypocrite, is he? Are you an idiot hypocrite, Paul LePage? So you're in favor of beheading people who push the drugs and sell the drugs where people sometimes take them in overdose. You are, right? You are. We've covered stories on this show of a caffeine overdose. So you're in favor of beheading the CEO of Starbucks, right? And the baristas who sell this stuff. You're in favor of beheading the people from GNC who sell the caffeine powder, which led to the overdose, right? No, you're not. You want to know why? 'Cause you're a fucking hypocrite. And you're an idiot. You don't think these things through. So you talk out of your ass. And when you're presented with an opportunity to actually do the right thing and treat addicts like it's a medical issue and give them help, you said no. So don't tell me you protect them. You don't fucking protect them. You just have a bloodlust. You want to punish people for taking drugs, which is why you didn't okay the overdose drug. And you want to punish people for selling it, but as long as it's the drugs you don't like, as long as it's drugs sold by people named D-Money. For those of you who don't know, I'm not making this up. The story broke not that long ago where this jackass did a press conference and he's talking about, we got drug dealers named D-Money here coming and impregnating our white girls. Can you be a little more open here and honest about your racism? Again, funny, you don't think the CEO of Jack Daniels should be put to death for selling drugs that lead to overdose deaths, alcohol poisoning, but you think D Money should be put to death for selling weed and heroin. And by the way, these guys always miss the fucking point. The best way to address all of the social ills that are related to the drug war is to end the drug war. The best way to protect people from the ills, the social ills associated with the drug war, is to legalize, tax, and regulate. And when there's a problem that pops up, when there are addicts, and there are going to be addicts, 10 to 20% of people might have a problem from substance use, no doubt about it. Well, then you should treat those people as a medical situation, as having a medical condition, and you get them help. But again, you're not in favor of getting them help. We know because you vetoed the bill that would have given them help. So spare me your crocodile tears. We know that you're not really about problem solving because we know what you would do if you were in favor of problem solving, and that's not beheading people who sell drugs. Now, please, move along and go to Saudi Arabia. They could use you there.